Wow. This episode of the Str8 Factz Podcast is brought to you by the Pina Colada Slab Freshener. This one is for my coconut lovers, my pineapple lovers, my Pina Colada lovers. If that's you, this for you. You can order it with my link, my download link, my ambassador link. If you rock with me, click that link and order yours today. It kills the smoke on contact.
Ain't no, I ain't team, so let everybody switch. Just that where you at. I'd rather shoot you in the face before I stab you in the back. I'd rather
and
get straight to the
stacks. Welcome to the Str8 Factz Podcast. We see straight facts, nothing but the facts. Don't make us fact check that. And today, I got two guests. I got two ladies, man. This episode right here gonna probably be one of the best episodes, just because I got so many questions that we might not even be able to get to them all, just because, of course, the dudes had so many questions to ask the women. It's just, so we might not be able to get to it. But we're gonna get right into it, man. And y'all can answer, how y'all want it, whatever order. But the first question is me. It's something for me that I be seeing on social media, and it's like, why do women say it's sassy or gay if a man blocked them on social media?
Me personally, I'm gonna give my disclosure before I start talking. I'm really like unbiased when it comes to the opinions of women, because I don't always agree with some of the stuff these women be saying. So for certain things, I'm very much like, I'm team girl, team woman, whatever. Yeah. But for the most part, I'm like, this is where your head at? Like,
right.
Seriously, like, what's going on? But me personally, I don't find it sassy. I might feel played a little bit if you block me, because like I wasn't done. But I am all for, hey, if that's not what you want to deal with, protect your peace. Protect your peace, and that's just that on it.
I feel that. What about you, Kill?
Yeah, I feel like in some circumstances, it's okay to block me, but don't block me on some like you don't want me to respond to something that you said that's you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want me to respond to something you said that I have a difference in opinion of. So don't block me on it. No, that's not what's up.
Childish.
Yes, childish.
It's like, don't poke the bear, and then when the bear wake up, you like, no, I don't want to deal with it. You don't hear what I gotta say.
Yeah.
Right. No, I feel it. Like I said, I see it a lot. Like women always just saying like that's gay if a man blocked them, like on Facebook or on Instagram, or just block them.
Like she said, protect your peace. Move on.
Because women, I find it that women a lot of women do not like to, a lot of women don't like to deal with how men actually are. To understand a man is to know that there are certain things that they're not going to deal with or go for like we are. We're more emotional beings than anything. We like to get our point across. We want to get the message across by any means necessary. Men, they be like men are point A and point B. We want to be from point A all the way to point Z with everything. And men don't be having time. Like, that's not how their brains work.
Like, we want closure.
That's not how their genetic makeup is.
Men don't
like,
care.
They have time for that.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. Men like to be straight to the point. We like to be step 1, step 2, step 3, bullet point. Like, that's just as women. And we have to understand the first step to dealing with a man or, period, just men in general. Like, you have to understand men. And if you don't understand men, of course, if you lack the intelligence or lack thereof, then you're gonna think that it's something that it's not, aka, oh, he's sassy because he don't want to,
Yeah,
know,
right.
And that's just, that's just my take. But they're gonna probably
that's childish.
but it's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, either overall, the whole thing, like you say, is childish. Like whether, if someone blocked you, that's just what it is. They wanted to block you, and it's not because he's sassy or he gay or he just blocked you.
Gonna do with that. Like he don't got time for that. Like baby, I don't want to. Like I said what I said. You taking what I said, literally what I said, and that's just what it is, and you're dissecting it. You're, you looking further into it. Like whatever you got going on up here, that has nothing to do with him. Like if he told you what it is, then that's just what it is. Take it for what it is. If there's something more that you want to look into, then there's a certain way to try to achieve that. But hitting him over the head, beating him over the head about it constantly, you're never gonna get anywhere with that.
Right.
Yeah, men like peace. Men definitely like peace. Yeah.
Men are very simple beings. I will tell that to anybody. Men are very simple beings. Like they don't do all the complex stuff that we do.
Right. And being a man, I could totally agree. We very are. Hey, look, A to B. Like A to B. We don't want to deal with the in-betweens.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right. How important is it for a man to know how to cook in a relationship?
Not important at all. My last relationship, I cooked every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on what kind of woman you are and what kind of family you have and where you at in life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna. For me, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't have kids. I don't have. I work, but I still. I was raised to be submissive also. So it was okay for me.
Okay.
But my ex didn't know how to cook at all. He couldn't fry it.
Oh damn.
At all. He couldn't feed himself.
I wouldn't really put any type of importance on it. That's just kind of like the type of men that I've always dated. Like they always knew how to cook, they know how to clean, they know how to take care of themselves. Like, but me as a woman, growing up in the South, Louisiana, like we, like the women, we raised to take care of the home. We raised to be in the kitchen. We raised, like, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm into a man's life, yes, that's great that you know how to cook. That means whenever I'm tired, you can get your behind in the kitchen. But I'm coming into your life, I'm supposed to be basically, and this is just me speaking for myself, I feel like if I'm coming into a relationship with a man who is already self-sufficient, traditionally, like, I feel like I should be able to lighten that load for you, or, enhance that, or be, add to that for you. Like, okay, I got it. Don't worry about it. Handle stuff like men supposed to handle stuff. I still have that traditional take when it comes to relationships. Like the man, you take care of all the outside stuff, like the big stuff, the bills, and you fix stuff around the house and blah blah blah, all of that stuff. I'm gonna take care of the kitchen, I'm gonna take care of the laundry, I'm gonna take care of the kids, that's me. But it's not really a deal breaker for me if a man don't know how to cook. Anybody can learn how to cook. You know how to read directions, you know how to cook.
Recipe. You follow the recipe.
It's super easy.
Not all men want to do that. My ex could not cook, y'all. But then again, my ex-husband, he could cook, and he did a lot of the cooking, and it was fine still.
Okay, so that go into my next question. As like, okay, traditionally, I mean, we're in the point of the world now where the world has changed, and obviously dating and relationships aren't like they used to be. How y'all feel about like relationships now being, most of them would now be like 50-50 versus, the men will be doing everything, basically, working hard, and the women will be home taking care of, just the home, like, making sure the home, I mean, that's kind of 50-50 too, but I'm talking more as 50-50 as like, it's no gender roles in the relationship versus like, for as the little things like, okay, the men still, take out the trash, but it's not as held to it. Like, okay, I feel like this. We in the house, we live in, cool. You know, if you see the trash overflowing, anybody, man or woman, it shouldn't be a point to where you go have to. If you have time to go tell somebody like, hey, this trash is stinking, or just whatever, I feel like it could be just, just take it out. Whether it's the man or the woman, it's not, or you see dishes, or you see clothes need to be washed, or just whatever. It's not just that one person doing it. How y'all feel about that? Like,
oh, baby, I'm in Louisiana. I'm in Louisiana. It's just, I think it's different relationships, because like my last relationship, like I said, he did nothing. When it came down to the house, he did nothing. He didn't touch the house. And that's how he was raised. He was raised,
right.
And I accepted my role as a woman. I took care of that. You know what I'm saying? He went to work. I went to work. I work a full-time job, but it was no help in the house. But in my situation prior to that, he worked, I worked, he cooked, he took out the trash. I never touched the trash. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was like, it's just different relationships. I think people put too much emphasis on stuff like that. Like, it's whatever you get yourself into,
I feel like people, because of the age of social media, a lot of personal beliefs have been placed on general things.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer in do what works for you in your household, do what works in your relationship. If both of y'all are, excuse me, if both of y'all are working and y'all splitting the bills down the middle, if that works for y'all, do it. If the man wants to be the one that works and the wife stays home and takes care of everything else, do it. If that works for your household, do it. My current relationship, like my boyfriend and I, we don't live together, but when he is here, I don't touch the trash. I don't pick up nothing heavy. If I need something done around here, he's doing it. It's just that on that, if something's wrong with my car, he's fixing it. Those type of things. And that works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like do what works for you and your household. Like first of all, this topic became too much when it started circulating around social media. When this wouldn't be so much of a hassle if people would just keep their relationships private. What y'all do in y'all relationships, keep it private. If you, hell, honestly and truthfully, if the nigga not working and the woman is, baby, if you cool with that, be cool with that. But the problem comes in when you want to be mad and you want to bring it to social media and you want to talk about this, you want to talk about that, my nigga ain't shit, blah, 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 blah.
But what happens to having your man back? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be sometimes. It's going to be sometimes. It might be a time where he fall off or something. I think you should have his back. So, that's why I don't believe in all that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, if you decided to fall in love with a bum, you knew this nigga wasn't doing what the
you
hell
knew he was a bum when you met him. You knew he had no potential to do that.
So
that's on you.
Okay, so I'm glad y'all say that, because it's a lot of times that these women get with these dudes, bro, and then they'll be like, "Oh, he changed." Which, now, don't get me wrong, it ain't that he changed. It's just that you got to know who that person was.
Yes,
them colors started coming.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we move too fast. We get in relationships with people without actually seeing who they truly are. And then when they true colors start coming out, we're like, ooh, who starts slapping us? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who he's always been. That's who he's always been.
It's who he's been, but them first 30 days be nice.
You wanted to be in love. You got digmatized. You wanted a man so bad.
That's what I say too.
Overlooked. You look at every single red flag. And now
a lot of people don't know how to date, boys. And
it's no dating.
It's no dating. And it's crazy because
dating means get in a relationship.
Right.
We gotta keep together.
And we gotta do because that's crazy because I didn't learn about dating or what actually dating was until I moved to California at the age of 28. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, just being in Louisiana, when you date someone, y'all in a relationship.
Y'all go together.
Yeah, like that's your boy. Yeah, it's boyfriend, girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
A slut, or you know what I'm saying. But you really should be dating and keeping your options open, dating multiple people.
Right, like, and you and because everyone you meet and your relationship won't, whether like everybody you meet, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It won't, like, it won't work.
Literally, be platonic.
You know what I'm saying? And
platonic.
And people don't know how to.
Platonic.
People don't know how to like actually go out on a date or even like talk and get to know somebody and then know when like to cut it off. Like, you know what? This ain't what it is. This ain't what we thought.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and so the dating is real different for
spooky
as
out here, man.
It's
spooky
man, you know, it's like yeah.
I know. I'm here.
I think that's bad too. Like, so okay. Moving to the next question, then, since we're on that, because that was one of the questions was, okay, do y'all think it's easier to date like a friend or like a stranger? And when I say friend, I mean like someone you've been knowing, someone you didn't even think of, like, okay, I can be with this person. You know what I'm saying? But the chemistry is so good, y'all do everything together, y'all best friends, and I mean at the end of the day, y'all just never dated. You know,
but you don't. But not me, because you don't want to. If it's a good friendship or it's somebody, you know, I don't want to mess that up.
Right. No, all right. Right. So you think it would be like the sex? If y'all have sex, that's gonna mess it up. Like y'all can't be friends and then still have sex and still be best friends.
Because you can be good friends. Somebody can be I've learned this. A person can be a great friend, but also a terrible lover, or a person that, you know what I'm saying? A person they can be a terrible person in a relationship. So I'd rather just keep that just separate, especially if I know what kind of person you are in a relationship already. I haven't seen you in a relationship. No, we're not doing this. No.
I agree. And I think that I agree 100% with what she just said, because when you decide to be in a platonic friendship with a person of the opposite sex, again, like, you know, especially if it's been years, you've been in relationships with them, situationships with them, whatever the case is, you see how they are. And excuse me, sometimes, you know, you just gotta kind of take stuff at face value. Like, you shouldn't, just because you're not the target, the intended target of that person's behaviors or actions, does not mean that that's something that you could possibly change about a person. Sometimes you need to just leave well enough alone and just be that person's friend. Now, if you guys feel like, okay, let's try to test the waters, date them. Do not sleep with them. Yes. Them and learn them on an intimate level, and see how that, you know what I'm saying, if that chemistry changes, or if it meshes well together. You have to just kind of coast with it, because if you feel like, oh, I've been on you for so long, it's cool, and then you get in a relationship, that's a completely different playing field. A friendship and a relationship, that's a completely different playing field. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my homeboys, I got homeboys that I've been friends with for years. I wouldn't dare date theirs. Right. I'm gonna go to jail about that.
Yes.
I'm going. Yes. No, I done been the wingman. I done been the, you know, oh no, sis, like he you know, I done been that. Right. So no, we not doing it. We not doing it. I think it's better to meet somebody and y'all start dating, trying to get to know each other like that. But if it's somebody you've been knowing for a long time and you've been seeing how they are in relationships and stuff, I personally would not do it, because I don't think that, you know.
Okay. Okay. How do y'all feel about going to another woman to woman?
Nope. No. Not doing it. Nope. Not doing it.
No. Okay. Woman to woman. What are we gonna talk about?
Next
Right.
question. Not doing it. Not doing it. Because if I gotta do all that, baby.
Right.
Yo,
Okay.
You
yo.
talk,
Well,
either she should be telling him talk to me, or I should be telling her talk to him. Simple.
That's just that on that. Now I got plenty of women. Hey, you know how you know my man? Da, 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 da. Girl, you know how I know this man. Don't do that.
right. No, right.
The same way you know him. Get out my inbox.
All
Move.
right. Okay. So let's shift it a little bit. Let's shake it up a little bit. All right.
Okay, let's get to the smoke. Let's get to the smokery.
Right. Both men and women cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all feel that the men always get caught? Like, are women just better cheaters, or
women are better cheaters? Definitely.
Or the men just?
I've been a cheater and I've been cheated on.
Men just don't care.
Men don't care because again, y'all are not emotional beings. Y'all are not emotional beings. I think y'all do get caught whenever y'all do attach emotions to it. Because again, you know, for men, sex is just sex. Like y'all could do it and it be nothing. See, when y'all choose y'all contender to cheat with, y'all are not emotionally attached to them. Y'all just see stuff. Y'all are visual feeders. Y'all see what y'all like. Y'all want to test the waters. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all go about y'all business. Women, we see what we like.
Right.
We get to know them. We get attached. Then we get to that point where we do what we do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like men more when they decide to act emotions.
From my experience, I've been a cheater and I've been cheated on. When I was cheating, I could go cheat, come home, bake cookies, cook a full course meal, and like nothing happened in my house. A man not gonna do that.
Right.
A man gonna do some stuff. He gonna change his habits. He gonna change up what he do.
Yep.
I'm gonna get caught every time. It's something he gonna do different. You know, it's something he gonna do different.
Right. Hey, and look, like you said, you're right. Like a man could basically look at a woman and know for sure, like, all right, I can fuck her and no feelings, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when that woman do it, it's like, you know, a woman ain't gonna just give herself up like that. It's like, damn, you really like that nigga? You really like, you know what I'm saying?
And then it be her.
I guess that's why, and I guess that's why too. Like when it happens, and then you see it, like it'd be like women say, yeah, you know, men can't take what they dish out. You know what I'm saying? Because that I really hurt a dude because he know, like, damn, you fuck that nigga, you really like that nigga, huh? Like,
because he,
you know what I'm saying? It's more than just
talk. We talk. We tell the next man everything our man not doing, and then you come in and do it.
So the dude,
we want that void. We want that void still.
He's still in void. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not spending time with me. Okay, so fella gonna spend some time. He gonna do whatever he gotta do.
So he boyfriend number two. He boyfriend number two.
Yeah.
Let's put us on long time ago.
Yeah, nah, that for sure. Like that's really how that go. And like I said, I don't think it's that they can't take it, that they can't take what they dish out. It's just that they know, like, it wasn't what I dished out. That because I just did it and it was wrong. I did it, but that didn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, man, women are great cheaters, though. They are, you know, just to say. But men do be sloppy too, so they don't be caring.
Definitely do. Some men do be sloppy.
Man, I done had one. Okay, so every day you go to work, you don't take a shower before you go to work, but then all of a sudden you start taking a shower. You know what I'm saying? You start coming home late, so you taking a shower because you're going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? In between, and then you still come home and take another shower after you get off of work. You weren't doing that before.
You wouldn't, all them showers all of a sudden. Why you need them showers?
All them showers all of a sudden. Then you coming home later. Come on, make some sense, buddy. Like they give themselves away. See me? I do some shit like I'm gonna go to work. While I'm at work, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna make sure the nigga give me a hotel. We're gonna be laid up in a hotel, and I'm gonna take a shower at the hotel. You ain't gonna never know the difference. You know, a man ain't gonna do that.
What's the worst date y'all ever been on before? The worst date, absolutely worst date. Worst date.
Ooh. I decided to go on a date with an older guy. So he was from Baton Rouge. He was a state trooper. You know, like y'all, like we went bowling. Not bowling, we went shot pool. That was boring. Okay. He was just boring. You know what I'm saying? Like then guess what we went after shooting pool? He took me to IHOP to drink coffee. Like
coffee
I'm
date.
so young.
What?
I'm too young for that.
What?
We went shoot pool.
In the morning.
The IHOP.
We went shoot pool, and then we went. Everybody else, like we in IHOP from shooting pool, and everybody coming in from the club and stuff. It's like, and we drinking coffee. Like
y'all in club hours. What?
Club hours, and I'm going to drink some coffee.
Yes, we was drinking coffee. We really did.
Oh man.
Yes, like I was trying to do something new. You know what I'm saying? So I went to Baton Rouge. Right. I rented a room. I actually had my sister come because I didn't know him, you know what I'm saying? Well, I knew him, but like not like that, you know. So I had my sister come to the hotel. She stayed to the hotel while I went on a date or whatever. And it was like, oh, I couldn't wait to get back to the hotel. Like,
you ain't never talked to him ever again?
Yeah, but not for long. Maybe for about a week. And it was like, no, sir, not again. Like, no.
Had a bad date before. I haven't really had a bad date before. I can't.
Okay. I won't necessarily say bad date, but just an experience when you knew, like, I ain't talking to this motherfucker no more.
I mean, I've been in a situation where I want to go kick it with somebody, and in my head, I'm like, never again.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I was like, I gotta get up out of here. I had my homegirl call me like hysterical, like I need you, please, like I need you right now, type shit. And I'm like, I gotta go. Like my homie need me, she need me. Like I don't know what's going on, but I need to get to her. Like she was hollering and screaming on the phone, crying, everything. I'm just like, oh my God, I gotta go. He was like, I'll come with you. I was like, no.
Stay there.
Stay here. Be on standby in case I need you.
Be on standby. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna let you know. I don't need you to come. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna keep you updated.
It's just boring. Like we just sitting there, like.
But lack of conversation will definitely.
This is my second time linking with him, and you want to be in a house doing what? Like, because I'm not fucking you.
Right.
But also lack of conversation. Like, no mind, no brain. We can't talk. Like,
we're not doing
like what we doing? Like, what we just sitting there watching TV, being quiet? Like, I could have did this at home. Like,
I could have did this at home, sweetie.
Yeah.
I could have slept.
You know, I've went chill, you know, about people and like outside of a public place, and you know, just to say knowing when, okay, I ain't fucking with you, no, I ain't just the vibe, your vibe, ain't the vibe here, it's just your vibe. But then I done went by people and then like, okay, yeah, you know, the vibe cool, it's a cool vibe, but definitely people don't be having conversation skills, like. Just basic about every day. Like you can really talk about life.
People really be like, that's the biggest turn off. If you don't have like a certain intellect, like if you can't keep me, I'm the type of person, like I'm well past that phase of, oh, he fine. And if he good dick, oh, I'm staying. Yeah. Like, no, it gonna only hold me for so long, because like if you start choosing me up here, I don't have nothing else for you for real. Like,
my mind.
Yeah. I mean, even as a man, you know, like sex that at a certain age it becomes sex. Like
that's a bonus at a certain age.
It's a bonus. Like it's a bonus. Like what else besides that? You know? Are you cool? Like what's your outside of that? You cool?
Like what can I learn from you? Like,
how can we?
Like, can you show me
something? We build together? Can we
experience something I've never experienced with you? Like, what's key? Like, I don't have time to just be sitting down.
Do you have goals? I find so many men have no goals. Like no goals. Like they have nothing. Like, you know, and it's just It's the point. You have nothing that you want to accomplish within so many years or whatever. You just out here. You work. Some of them be working, killing themselves to go to the club and stuff. Like, buddy, it's more to life, you know. Like, nah.
Right. So, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. See, it's just everything is falling in place. So, So, do you think that, or how important is it to have a father figure in the house for the kids? Period.
It's very important. It's extremely important. But it's also very important to have the right one there, not just have one because you want a man. You have to, because when choosing a partner, especially if you have kids, because I can speak on this because I have a son, he's about to be 5 tomorrow.
Okay, happy B-Day.
Thank you. My current boyfriend, you know, he's a father as well. So you know, he does things with my son. He plays with my son. He takes my son, gets his haircuts and all of this stuff or whatever. And, you know, that's the only other man that my son knows outside of his father. And it's, you know, even though, yeah, we've been together for almost 3 years now, it's still very, I ain't gonna say scary, but it's like, you know, you still have to have that what if factor, because because at the end of the day, like, my son is not his obligation.
Right.
If he wants, because he wants to. And so it's extremely important to be with someone, having a father figure around your child or children that is intentional, that they want to be there, that they want to be a part of this child's life. They want to be a part of the development and molding of this child, because that's going to stick with this child
for the rest of it.
You know what becomes a staple memory, a core memory with a child. You know what I'm saying? So oftentimes we forget that children are people too, and their memories start, you know, really developing really well, especially around the age of my son. So you never know what they're gonna remember. You never know what they're seeing and what they're keeping up here. And it's extremely important to have someone that wants to be that role model, that proper role model, that, you know, that will, you want them to, you picking somebody that you want your child to grow up and be like.
Right. Yeah.
If you can't answer that question when looking at this person, like, would you want your child to be like if you hesitate, if you can't answer that question, like, that's not somebody you should have around your child. If the way
I think people bring different people into their like men and women bring children into their children's lives. I mean, people into their children's lives too early. They really do. Mm-hmm.
I could say it is important. So my mom had boyfriends. She was with my daddy, but just the men, you know, that she was with or whatever. Like, I mean, they, like you say, they always worked, but they never, to me, like, they never had no goals or nothing. They just worked and took care of the family. But then on the other hand, I had my uncles, you know. One uncle was in the army, you know, then he came and then he would work off show, then come back, and, you know, and he was traveling. And he was one of the uncles, actually, he moved out of state, you know, while I was young. So just me seeing that, you know, like, that was something big to know, like, well, damn, my uncle don't live here. He lived fucking in Colorado somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I've never even been there before. Mm-hmm. So just to say, another uncle, you know, who I looked up to, who just showed me everything, was there for me during when I was growing up, to have those talks with me, the sex talks that people don't want to have with their kids, the real life growing up, the smoking weed, the just whatever it is, like, to have someone there and, like, not go against you, but teach you, and you learn from it. Like, you know, like, damn, they did tell me this, but I'm gonna learn on my own. I'm gonna learn, but I'm gonna always refer back to my uncle taught me this. You know what I'm saying? To the smallest things, as in, like, my shoes. Like, I had Uncle Lee, like, he would like I was young, mess up all my shoes, and he would tell me, he was like, man, if you wipe your shoes off every time you take them off and before you put them on, they'll last longer. Like, you know, when you wear them so many times, take the shoestrings out, wash them. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that.
Little things like
that they don't have the guidance to, and you just, you know. But I think it is important, like, to have a father figure in the home, not even necessarily in the home, just in the kids' life. Whether, like I said, whether it's an uncle,
I think it's male and female though. You know,
definitely, they need both, like definitely both.
Because a lot of us females sometimes we don't know how to be treated by a man because we've never seen somebody treat our mothers properly.
Yeah, and the same way for men, the same way for us men, we really don't know how to treat women because we never really seen no one treat our moms like that. Like we, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
just
very,
to say,
very,
you know,
very big on that. I'm super big on that.
But like, it has been, like, I can say it has been a great. I'm 34. It's been a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just think that it is very important to have a father figure in the kid's life and a mother figure, like both, so they can see both sides. Like they need to be taught everything. You know what I'm saying? All them uncomfortable talks with the little guys and the little girls, they both need to be had. No matter, like, I know they're young, but this world, they have the internet. They're going to get introduced to it before you introduce it to them. They're going to come to you with it. They don't come to you with it. And you're going to be like, how you know about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said, it's uncomfortable. There's ways to do it, but it got to be done. Or somebody else going to do it. And I ain't got no kids.
World, I'd rather be my child first teacher for a majority of everything than this world, because the world is going to introduce it to him in the harshest way possible.
Yeah, but I got nieces, nephews, godchilds, you know what I'm saying? Like, I treat them like mine because I want, and I talk to them like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I want them to know, like, this is the world. Because they on TikTok. I ain't even on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, you know, they on YouTube. Like, they, you know, just to say. So I know what's out there. So I would want to put them on game, and, you know, that way when some do pop up, they kind of know, but then they don't know, but then they learn. Okay, I'm learning about it, you know, just to say. So while we on that, uncomfortable talks with the kids, man. How y'all feel about that? Like, at what age y'all think, like, it's the proper age to really start? Like, okay, I'm gonna specify for, like, so we can have something to go off of. Like, for little girls, we can do little girls like from when they get their menses, or little boys when you think like you should tell them about condoms and things.
Oh, for little girls, I really feel as though the right time to talk about it, honestly, is when they're going through it. Because I know for me personally, you can tell me something 1,010 times, I'm not gonna learn. It ain't gonna register up here until it
But
happens.
I agree, because going through it, I just didn't understand. That was,
and I don't recall having that talk with my mom or my sister when I was younger about, you know, getting my period and stuff, because I was 13 when I got my first period. So, and you know, I when it happened, I wasn't really ready.
Right. Some people be younger.
I don't think we ever ready for that, but when I did get mine, like, it wasn't a talk. It was like my mama, she crying, my sister right here, but I knew what to do. I knew what to do because my mama on the phone with my aunt in Houston. She like, well, kids, she's a young lady, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And but then when it actually happened to me, I was devastated because I didn't want to be like that, you know, but she never really had to talk either. You know, my mama, she just told me what to do. That's it. You know, we didn't talk about pregnancy. We didn't talk about, me and my mother has never talked about pregnancy, sex, none of that until I was an adult.
See, and that's and go back and I go back to what we were saying, man. I think that those talks, they're uncomfortable, but they should be had.
They should happen. Yeah.
You know, like I said, we didn't experience that. You know, far as, you know, we did, but to a certain extent, we didn't. You know, and we here to change it. Just to say, all right. So the little guys, what age you think you guys should introduce them to like, hey man, we're gonna be doing this. I'm not giving you permission, but look, this is protection, and you should always keep this with you.
Oh no, because my baby is 5. I ain't there yet.
But like my ex, he had a child that was 13, and like it wasn't a conversation that they had, but it was just like they would joke around. He'd be like, boy, when you get you some, you know what I'm saying? Like it was joking around, but you know, you get the point.
Like I'm serious though. I'm joking, but I'm serious.
I'm joking, but I'm serious. Like, you know.
Yeah. See, and my nephew's 16, you know, and I ain't never get to have a talk with him. And just because I thought he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I thought he was just like some square or something. Like, you know, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. You feel me? Then I go home, he got a girlfriend and he got condoms just laying out. And I'm just like, wow. But it made me proud because I'm like, okay, even if you're 16 and you wearing protection.
You got the right idea. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got the right idea.
I think it's and when those conversations does happen, because I know, like, for as parents, because me now being a parent, like I can understand kind of, even though I'm not at that level yet with my son, I can say that I understand why it's uncomfortable for a parent to have those conversations with their child. But what I can say is this: as a parent, I think it is extremely important to not make the child feel uncomfortable having these conversations, because at the end of the day, periods are natural. Boys, when they start getting curious about sex, they start jacking off and all of that stuff.
Right.
And I feel that it is extremely important to not make them feel embarrassed about natural things. Sex is natural. They're going to do it. I would rather put my son on game about it.
Right.
And have him with the knowledge that he needs, so that when he does decide to do it, he doesn't feel scared to talk to me about it, or he doesn't do something wrong. He don't go sleep with somebody unprotected. He go sleep with somebody's daughter that been around the way since she was 12, and she carrying around something, and you go sleep with her because she cute or whatever, and now you got something, or you don't know about your body and you don't know to pull out properly because you ain't put on no condom. She say, oh, well, I don't need one, blah, blah, blah. And then you go get her pregnant. Now you 15 about to be a father. Like, no, I would rather my son be like, hey, look, this is what happens with sex. It's normal, but I need you. These are the things that I need you to know so that you can be smart about you doing these things. I'm not telling you not to do it, and I'm not telling you to go and do it. But if you decide to, when you decide to, I need you to remember these things that I'm about to share with you. And I need you to know that it's natural. You can come and talk to me. If you're uncertain, if you're confused, if you're, you just want to know something, come and talk to me. It is okay. I'm not going to shun you for it. I'm not going to shame you for it. I'm not doing any of those things because I don't want you to start hiding and being sneaky. Then you get yourself in something that you can't get out of.
Right. No, for real. No, I agree, man. I agree. Those talks are definitely needed, man. Okay. Would you get offended, or would you be more turned on if a partner asks for recent testing results before intercourse?
No.
I would be excited. I'd be fine with it.
He turned on. Oh, you
this a man right here.
You ain't trying to put me in danger. What? Let's go together.
Yeah, seriously.
And I asked that too. I asked that because I know a lot of people, like men and women, like get offended by that question, or just talking about testing, and it shouldn't be a stigma on that. Like that should be something everyone should be willing to talk about, no matter what. Like it just should be something, like But yeah, that was one of the questions I had.
It's a shame. It is a shame how taboo that conversation has become in the community. Period.
In the normal community.
Right, but that's the thing, because that's the community that's having the most sex. Like, that's what it should be common in the community that's having the most sex. Like,
but let me tell you, so I've been in the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's a normal conversation for me.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying?
What lifestyle?
Just don't. It's you know what I'm saying. It's.
I mean, it's a different. It's a lot. I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, but you do have the lifestyle. You have you ever heard of the lifestyle? Well, I've been in a lifestyle.
Wait. If we talk about the same thing, that's one of my questions. We're gonna get to it, but okay.
But so this is a normal conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a normal conversation in lifestyle. This not.
Right.
But for people in these regular communities, they're just laying out with everybody doing all kind of things.
Right.
You know, and not protecting themselves is not normal. And that's what's crazy, because that's where everything is, you know, at home.
It gets talked about more in the sex work community than anything, because they have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, that's true. That's true. But also on that, like with the sex work, like you can get tested how many times you want, just in regular in life outside of sex work too. But I'm just saying, I'm using sex work when we talk about it. So it take a while, like, you know, for anything to really show up, if it's something there, just to say. And so it's never really accurate, you know what I'm saying, unless it's a long time, long down, you know what I'm saying, you'll find out.
Are you using protection? You know,
no, you are. But also too, protection ain't always protection, because
I
you know what I'm saying. But I feel, no, definitely, I totally believe in protection, like for sure. But I'm just saying, for as it shouldn't just be talked about like I say in that. Like, I can understand in that. That's a given. That's okay, cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's a given. But just in regular, when you meet somebody, and even if you have the thoughts, even like if a dude take a woman to his house the first time, like you say, invite a dude over. I mean, dude invite chick over. You know what I'm saying, and then you bring it up, and then he might feel like, damn, why you asking me that? You don't trust me?
Yeah, I'm dirty. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, why?
It ain't got nothing to do with that, baby. Like, we don't know each other well enough, but we here. We finna do what we doing. But like, what?
But if you grown, it's not a problem.
Right,
it's a problem for people that's not grown, and maybe a problem for people who have those issues. You know.
Right. But I think it's mostly because most people really don't get tested, and that's for the dudes. I could probably say for the dudes, because and I don't know.
Yes. That should be a topic of discussion.
And I can't speak like for the older dudes, but I know when I was young, like wilding and shit, I know I ain't want to get tested, like, but also I wasn't wilding to where like I was just wilding, raw and everything. The women I did sleep with, I knew they was good, so I was more so on some she good, I'm good type shit.
No, that's not okay.
But no, that's not okay when you learn. No, that's not okay. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's when you're young, so I can't really speak for the older.
Because I've heard a dude say that, and this dude was like in his 40s.
Yeah,
my girl went to the doctor, we good. What?
No, baby, let's get tested together, and let's pull these results out together.
Man.
But I can say also, like, the first time I got tested, okay, I will be honest, like, I didn't get tested. My first time getting tested, I probably was like 30, you know, to be honest.
Right.
And when I got tested, y'all, I was scared the first time. But after protecting myself better, you know what I'm saying, and living a better lifestyle, I wasn't scared after that, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew who I was sleeping with, you know what I'm saying? But when I first got tested, like, look, I done been out here, I done a few things, you know what I'm saying?
That's how it be.
Like that first time was scary, but after that, it's like, okay, you know, this is routine. It gotta be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless I do something like, I don't know, I ain't did nothing crazy in a while. Unless I do something crazy, and I be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But no.
Baby, look, she got one time to do something she don't normally do. And you see, I'm military, so we got access to that all the time. I'm going straight to medical. I need a full panel, thanks.
Yeah, man.
I need a full panel. Why? Do you feel like you've been exposed? I don't know. I'm paranoid right now. Let me know.
Yeah, let me know. Let's see what's going on. You know,
what's going on, man.
When it come back good, all right, cool.
Oh yeah, I be feeling like you can't touch this. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Can't touch this.
Fuck around and send the last person you slept with. I'll send the last person I slept with. I'll be like, we good, man. We good.
We good. Yeah.
I don't get no bad pap smears. Like my shit's come back good. I'm good every 3 years. As long as look, I'm good every 3 years. When they be like, oh, you got an abnormal, why? What happened? What y'all see?
Yeah.
I ain't had it happen, but that would be me. Like, what y'all see?
What's going on? I be worried about that, but I mean, I just get it done.
Why? Why I gotta come back next year, baby? I'm older. What do you mean?
Oh no, I get mine done every year. Well, I'm on birth control, so that might be,
I mean, I'm on it too, but I see when I got in the military, because I was used to getting my pap smears done every year, but they were like, after the age of 21, you only gotta come like every 3 years. That was news to me when I first got in the military. I've been in the military for 10 years. And
that might be the military, because my doctor, they schedule mine is scheduled for November 28th. And to be honest, like I've had a pregnancy since then. So it's still scheduled. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a situation, but yeah, so I wasn't protected, so it's still scheduled, you know what I'm saying? But like mine's is scheduled. They called me early. They called me like months earlier.
I had my last one in 2021, and I'm not due for another one until next year. So, but again, if I feel like something is off, if I feel like something not working properly, oh no, y'all gonna have to run that to me. Let me
see what's going on. And I haven't had that. Some women don't do it. Some women ain't been they might even have kids. Like I know girls, children be 3-4 years old. They ain't even been touched by a doctor. Like why? Especially if you have an intercourse, you done slept with more than one person. Even you know what I'm saying? Like nah. I just think that should be mandated. That should be something that you just do. Check on your little girl. Make sure she all right.
Yourself, not necessarily because you being pressured by your partner, or you should want that for yourself. You should want peace of mind for yourself.
For yourself, facts. You should want that shit should be for you, for your peace.
Yeah,
your sanity. For you know.
Peace of mind for yourself. You should want that for yourself.
Y'all got more time, or y'all push for time? Cause I got a few more questions of
Cool. My son's
all right, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit. How y'all feel about the or have y'all ever made a guy wait 30 days? I mean, my bad, not 30 days, 90 days. How y'all feel about the 90-day rule? The 90-day rule.
I've never done it. However, like I haven't done it purposely.
Okay. It happens.
I have dated a guy. We dated each other and we was friends. We dated and we did that for about 8 months before we decided to make things official. And when we made things official, we spent the night together. That's when we finally slept together and everything. Yeah. And that was just that. But we were both like the decision was mutual on both of our parts. Like we just enjoyed getting to know each other and hanging with each other and everything or whatever. And that was like in my past, that was like one of my very few, like one of my top relationships. But it ended kind of weird because once we did decide to sleep together and stuff like that, like I don't know, he just kind of like went on frenzy. The second I did something out of routine, he just started freaking out, and I'm just like, I'm literally just
he got the cuckoo.
Right.
I'm just doing this, and then and I'm like, no, we're done.
Right, y'all had moved together.
No, so the thing was, this was like when I was like, I had just graduated high school not too long before that. It was like in 2011, and like I said, him and I, we dated for about 8 months. We had never had sex. We would go on dates. We would hang out. We would do all kind of stuff together, this and the third. And finally, he took me out to dinner, asked me to be his girlfriend, real cute and stuff like that or whatever. And then we decided that we were going to spend the night together. And that's when we, and things were good for the most part. And then I moved out of my mom's house because I was like 19. I moved out of my mom's house into my new place. And I'm busy moving. He couldn't help me that day because he was working and stuff like that. So I'm busy moving into my new place and getting settled in, like with my roommates. And then like I had my brothers and them with me. And I was just busy. So I wasn't by my phone like that. And plus I didn't have really good service in there. I didn't have my internet yet or whatever. And because I wasn't answering him back in a timely fashion and this and the third, he started like tweaking out on me. And I'm just like, bro, like I'm moving, like you know where I stay. I gave you the address. Come over here. You're not here. So I'm busy. Like, and then he heard like my brothers and his friends in the background. So he like, you're bugging. Like, these my people.
Oh yeah, it's over with now.
Oh yeah. Once they start listening to your background, that's eerie to me.
It's over with now.
Yeah,
like you doing too much. And then so like I try my best to try to like reassure him, like it's fine, like relax, chill out. And then like my friend, my roommate, her family came over, so like we're entertaining them. I'm still not by my phone like that. Cause like I'm not gonna be rude, and he mad because I'm not answering my phone. I'm not texting him back. This and the third, and I'm just like, bro, like either pull your ass up over here or shut the fuck up. Like you doing too much. You about to piss me off. And he just kept doing it. That went on and on for a minute, and I'm just like, you know what, boo boo, this is done because I've never given you a reason to not trust me, and you're doing a whole lot. It's either you doing some bullshit you ain't got no business, or this really who you are. Like, baby, if I would have known this what you was gonna do, baby, we would have never seen what we did. Like, and I wasn't nearly as experienced back then as I am now. That man would probably be a serial killer right now.
Yeah.
What about you, Phil?
I'm grown. I've not really made somebody wait intentionally, but like they had a guy that liked me. He was sending secret admirer cards and stuff, and like I didn't like him, you know what I'm saying? So when we went on a few dates, when I finally, you know what I'm saying, I didn't like him.
So look, this is a question that I've heard a lot. Just we need some truth to it, and we just need to know: is it true that a woman knows? Like, I'm not sure. I should have looked it up. Exactly how much, but when a woman knows when she's gonna fuck a guy, like she knows instantly when she sees him. Like
when I see y'all know how to fuck.
When she sees him, she be like,
I already got it in my head that I want to fuck you. So you think that you pressured me
from the gate? I know.
Yeah.
No, it was already made up in my mind. I already knew I wanted to fuck you. I just had this conversation like last week with somebody. We already know. Yeah, we already know. We already know.
Yeah. Okay. See, it's real life. This question that okay. and that's a question that I heard. That's what I heard. That's the truth. That's what I heard. Okay. Kia, you single, right? We're gonna start with you. Would you ever be in a poly or open relationship?
I've been there.
You've been there. Okay.
Yeah.
How was that for you? How was it?
So I've never been in an open relationship. I've been in a poly. So the poly, I think it could have went somewhere, but the other girl was so jealous. You know what I'm saying? That's the big issue in the lifestyle. Like women get into this to be with a certain man, but they really not with it. Like they just doing it because this is what they want to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So this is what he wants to do. So but because you want to be with him, you're gonna do this. No, do it because this is what you want to do. Or it's not gonna work.
Right. Like, no, definitely. Yeah.
And the girl was so jealous. It was like, come on now. Yeah, like we all got together. We went on a trip, and it's like she was like, "Oh, you spending too much time with her," and it's like,
we together. We all together on a trip. We were together on a trip.
But we was together on a lifestyle trip, so it was other people at the house. And like I was entertaining not entertaining like that, but I just was dealing with everybody. Everybody liked me and stuff, and she was just so jealous. She didn't like,
Yeah, but you're right. It definitely ain't gonna work if it's one jealous person. It won't.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Like it just depends on where you at in life, you know.
Right. No, definitely, man. No, definitely. What about you, Kara?
It ain't for everybody.
Okay.
It ain't for everybody.
I'm gonna put a jib up my
It ain't for everybody.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't never been a part of one willingly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, yeah. I've been a part of one and I didn't know, but I've also been a part of one and I was cool with it.
Right.
But I was single, and I mean, this is like right before my last relationship. Like I was single, like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with it. You know.
Yeah, man, it's an experience. You learn. You know, you can learn.
It was a nice experience. It's just the jealousy, y'all. Like,
right, yeah. It lets you know. It lets you know that it's possible. You know, if it.
You know what I think it was.
For the right
I think
situation.
You gotta have somebody like that's not really feelings, like that don't be in a feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because like I think if she didn't care for him so much, because she really cared for him like that, and I was just like, I liked him, but it wasn't like, I loved him or nothing like that. So I was just cool with the whole situation. But she was like loving him. So she really wanted her own personal relationship. She was talking about buying a house with him and all kind of stuff. And I'm like, nah, not me, And I think she had too many feelings for him. So she couldn't do it. She really didn't want to share. But she didn't know how to tell him, being that he was in a lifestyle already. A man that's in a lifestyle already, you really can't change their mind. Like I don't know if you know people that's in a lifestyle, but like once they done live that life and know what they can do, that's like, for a man, that's like living La Vida Loca, because you basically can do what you want. You have women at your fingertips like that, because it's a lot of women in the lifestyle also,
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. You can't, no jealousy, boy, and it ain't for everybody, and you can definitely learn. It's and you should definitely. I mean, whatever floats your boat, whether you're single or whether you're with your partner.
And it could be, I could say I'm in an open relationship now. Like I'm not with my ex, but we still, and I know he's, I guess we pilot too, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I always look at it like this, man. Like relationships is cool. If you got that person, y'all making it work. It's cool. But also, if y'all got that bond, sometimes a bond is better than a title.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you may work better apart than really together.
Than together.
You know what I'm saying? And life is just about learning. And you gotta take this shit every day. Like every day. It's day by day. You gotta take this down. You learn, man.
It also depends on what you truly want and desire. Like don't go for, oh, okay, I'm cool with the whole poly thing, knowing that that's not really what you really down.
Right. Because it ain't gonna work.
You wanna satisfy the man or whatever, or don't do it, because that's not really what you want. You want your own person. You want that companionship, that one-on-one solo companionship with this one person. You don't,
and that's why I said you can go ahead.
You can't. That's not something that you should be willing to compromise your wants and desires for, especially if that's not something that you really want. Because you can sit here and try to make yourself believe that you got what it takes to handle all of that. But the second that you start seeing this man kissing on the other one in front of you, and you know what I'm saying, like y'all laying in the bed, and then they start hunching on each other on the side of you, baby, you was gonna be 38 hot.
I guess it works like that if you have, but see, when I was in the situation, I didn't care for the dude like that. You know what I'm saying? She did, but it was just like, it was convenient for me. You know what I'm saying? I had the best of both worlds right there. I was fine with it. And
but also, like Carol was saying, don't just do it because that's what the one person got to do it.
And
I think that's like you said too, Carol, all together, like it has to work for everybody. Like everybody, it has to work for. Like it can't just be for one person. It can't be for two people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it can work for two people if the two
gotta
people
be for all parties involved.
You feel me?
But
generally, it always starts with the couple. Generally, it always starts like that, and they brings in the third, and then the third comes and then possibly leaves. But
and see, I was the third. Maybe that's why I was. Yeah.
But also it's like, okay, again, you're gonna be an adult about it. What did you learn out of the situation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it should definitely be a learning experience, unless it's just fun. And if it's just fun, then
yeah, it was just fun for me. It wasn't like
feelings or no nothing should just be put into it. It's just fun. Like, that's cool. That's what it is. No fun, no, you know what I'm saying, no jealousy, no nothing. Then boom, everybody happy at the end of the day. You know? Okay. That was a good little topic right there. Have you guys ever seen one of y'all friends miss out on a good man because of their attitude?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You wanna elaborate or?
We've seen it a few times.
A few times.
I ain't never seen it. Right? We ain't got many of them around here. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, like, she didn't want to compromise was not
right
a thing. It was me, what I wanted. And if it wasn't about what she wanted, it was always a problem. And I'm not really an enabler, but I'm also the friend that don't judge. But at the same time, I'm also the friend, like, you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncut. You might not like it, that's fine, but I told you the truth. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. I'm just gonna give you my standpoint, my point of view, and try to tell her. Because, like, especially when it comes to women, you can't tell a woman about her man too much without her starting to, like, side eye you, like, you want my nigga or something? Like, why you trying to, like, so that's like a touchy-feely kind of thing to maneuver around or into, because you just kind of got to let them live through that how they want to live through that. But say I've witnessed it, absolutely. Like, I could have gave her a long list of the things that she wasn't doing that she could have easily done that would have kept that together, and even another one just popped in my head. Like, she had a good dude and wanted to be dipping and dabbling, not with girls but with another dude, and this man was willing to give her everything she wanted to, and she kept going back and forth between this dude and another dude, and eventually that good dude, he was just like, I'm tired of it. Like, I ain't going through that no more. And he separated himself completely from that and found his wife, had a baby. He'd been happy ever since. And I'm just like,
I also think that some of us, like, because I'm the friend that some might say I lost out on a good dude, but a lot of people, like, a lot of people seen my.
But because of your attitude, though, because of your attitude?
No, not because of my attitude, but a lot of people, like, when we get on social media talking about our relationships, the first thing we're not gonna tell you what's going wrong in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's gonna assume you got the perfect relationship unless you put something different out there. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be like, oh, that's a good dude. But you don't know what I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna tell you, oh, me and my husband going through this, or me and my man going through this. No, that's not for social media. But when I leave, don't be, you know what I'm saying? Mind your fucking business. That's it. Folks do need to mind their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that's a good man when y'all don't know, y'all dudes do some things. And like, we just don't put y'all business out there.
How you good man? He could put on, anybody could show face in front of anybody, but what's going on those doors you don't know unless I tell you. So if all I'm telling you is the good, which that's what I'm gonna always say, because I'm always have a united front. Of course you're gonna be that person to be like, they're gonna be the person to be like, yeah, that was a good dude. Okay, all right. That's what you think. All right. Because
I kid you not, I said the same thing when I met him. I said, when I met that dude, I said, a good man like that, I said, I take good care of that man.
Mm-hmm.
And look at me, 14 years later, wishing I hadn't even. Yes,
You
I'm
like that?
telling you. We be on the outside looking in, don't know what these women be going through to keep them men. That's
That's
what
why
it
I've
be.
never been the type seeing somebody else's relationship like, oh, y'all goals. No, they not, baby.
No, because you don't know what she went through to keep
I'll say, oh, your motivation. The only people that I tell that their motivation to me is my sister with her husband. Because that's my sister. She doesn't tell me everything that goes on in their marriage, but we do talk. She's my sister, she's my older sister. So of course, if she's made mistakes, she's gonna share them with me so that I don't make those same mistakes. So my sister is married, and marriage is not easy. Y'all, they go through their shit just like any other married couple, but she shares with me the importance of sticking together as a team, putting on that united front. It does not matter what it is. You never let anybody into your sanctuary, which is your union. And I'm not an exception. Like, she does not share everything with me, but I do know that I do know that they have their problems. When they have their problems, I don't always know exactly what they are, but when there's she shares with me. She basically gives me the surface level of things do get rough. You're gonna get frustrated with them, but you never let nobody outside of y'all see y'all sweat. Y'all don't let them see y'all break. None of that. Never, because the second you crack that door open,
baby, I know my last relationship.
Yes, it's
We
over.
cracked the door and they pushed that thing open,
Oh,
baby.
what? They're gonna kick it down.
Man,
You're gonna get kicked
lesson
down.
learned. You definitely learned some lessons. I learned that lesson. The
and I
hard
live.
way, but it is what it is.
Life is all about learning, man. And like I
Yeah.
say, every day is a new day to get up and learn something new and not make the same mistake you made yesterday. That's just how life go, man. Nobody told us when we was young. Like I say, I'm 34. No one told me how life was gonna be with 34. When my aunts and them and uncles and them was 34, they was old to me. That's old.
Now look at us in the
You know what I'm
30s.
saying?
We still
Mine
childish.
was,
You know
mine
what I'm
was
saying?
mad
Like,
off with children and all
we're
that.
probably the most childish generation. Like,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
30-some-year-old.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Like, don't
we
even
broke
look.
all the rules.
Like, don't even look a year past 30. You know what I'm saying? Just to say. But real talk, man. All right, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all no longer. Before we get out of here, man, we've been talking about the ladies, man. Leave them with what is some good advice on what women can bring to the table for the women that's out there that's probably searching or probably trying to better themselves in their relationship, just whatever. It's just some good advice, man, that you can give to the ladies that they can bring to the table to their situations.
And I go for
Keep your business in your house.
I love this.
Do not go to sleep mad. That's one thing I've always stuck by, no matter what. Like, we're not gonna go to sleep mad. We're gonna wake up every morning and remember why we fell in love with each other. If you don't do it that morning, then it 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be over. But I'm gonna try my damnedest to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just stick by your man, support him through everything. Like, always uplift him. Don't try to bring him down. I found that a lot of women, like, when men go through it, like they try to bring them down. You don't do that. If I'm not in a relationship, I can guarantee you it's not because of what I've done. 9 times out of 10 is what a man has done, because I am one of the most positive women a man can get with. But I'm also so submissive that men think that they can just, I don't know, like, just, you know what I'm saying, just run over me when I'm submissive and I'm a woman, but I'm only gonna take so much also. That's it.
Yeah. Now you gotta really, like, and I don't think people really understand, like, for that submissive when you say that, because you have to really to submit to someone, you have to really, feel that attraction to them. Like, okay, yes, I can submit to this person. You can't just submit to anybody, just to say. But if that's your person that you feel like, okay, yeah, let's make this work, then naturally it's gonna come. But right, so fellas, I mean women.
Be a woman. So many women want to be a man. They want to be, you know what I'm saying? Let these men be some men. They want to try to control a man or try to be his mama. Baby, you can't do that. A man gonna do what he wants to do.
And I also think that if a woman is already with a man, if you're trying to, if you guys are, kind of in a rocky space, or things are not the greatest right now, I feel like it's very, very, very important to always remember to choose them. Like you said, remember why we fell in love with each other. Choose your person every single time, because that's when things start to crumble, when you start choosing other things and other people over your relationship, over your significant other. You have to remember that even in the hardest times, especially in the hardest of times, even the toughest obstacles, you should still choose your person. If that person is who you want to be with, if this is the person that you know what I'm saying, you see yourself building with, everything of that nature, you have to remember that you have to still choose this person, because it's not going to always be pretty. It's not going to always be easy. You have to remember and respect each other. You have to respect each other, respect each other's growth, respect each other's individuality, respect each other's different mindsets, respect each other's points of view. Just respect. I would rather somebody respect me over anything. You respect me, then everything else is gonna fall into place. I'd rather have respect than love. Respect me. Because at the end of the day, if you don't respect me, you're not gonna, you can't possibly do anything towards me or for me that would be out of love. That's just how I look at it.
Definitely.
So if you don't respect the person, you're not gonna do anything with love towards them. Like anything, when you thinking of when you meet an obstacle or a choice or some sort of anything that you have to make a decision, if you have to sit there and question yourself, like, is this something I'm gonna have to lie to them about? Is this something that I'm gonna have to hide from them? Whatever the case is, if you respect that person enough, you're gonna do what's right. What's right. If you have to hesitate with doing something, and you know that person may have a problem with it,
you shouldn't be doing
it. And if you decide not to do it, you respect that person.
Yeah,
you respect that person. If you decide to still go ahead and do it, don't tell me you love me, because you didn't respect me enough to even consider how I would feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Respect. Always keep at the forefront of everything.
Yes. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all ladies for coming through, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man. Cause real talk, man. I had, like I said, so many people hit me up under the status. It was like, and I sent it to a lot of people. A lot of things. I understand things came up, you know what I'm saying, but I'm glad y'all was able to make it. You understand? My plan is I'm gonna do the fellas next, so y'all can send me some questions to ask the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna do the fellas too next. So you know what I'm saying?
Because it was nice. It was something different. That's why
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for coming and chop it up with me, man. Because it's something different than talking about music with people, just talking about, what I wanted to talk. And that was my goal with this podcast, like to just come on here and just talk about like different conversations that people don't have. You know what I'm saying?
The uncomfortable stuff.
I appreciate y'all. Yeah, mm-hmm. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Any businesses or anything y'all want to shout out, man, before we get out of here? You know what I'm saying? All right.
Thank you. I got a few, but I can't think off the top of my head. I got stage.
It's all good, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. And that's another episode of the Str8 Factz Podcast, where we speak straight facts, nothing but the facts. So don't make me fact check that. We out, man.